Hey everybody, JC here with another TNI news video. Now today's video is going to be a little different. This is all going to be about Marvel related products. We've got a lot of exciting news, especially with Marvel Legends. That I've got some new Marvel Legend reveals to share with you guys. I'm not going to be doing a Q&A in this video. I do plan on doing a second news video probably tomorrow or Friday to go over other news items, non-Marvel related, and the Q&A will return in that. But just today is all going to be Marvel focused. Now, one thing I want to note is this video I pre-recorded earlier in the day, and later today I'm going to be participating in a press junket type event with the folks at Hasbro and the Marvel brand team. Myself with Marvelous News, along with a few other websites, will be participating in this, and basically we'll get to ask the Marvel brand team a few questions, and hopefully we'll get some answers. Now, because this is pre-recorded, I'm not going to, any information that comes out from that will not be included in this video, but by the time this video goes live, I will have posted news on Marvelous News about anything that comes out of that, so I'll put a link to that in the video description below, and I would highly recommend that you check that out to see if there's any additional updates from what I'm going to be showing you and talking about today. Okay, so before we get to Marvel Legends though, let's talk about a couple of other Marvel products that have been revealed this week. So first of all, Mezco Toys revealed a new San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. It is for their 112 collective line, specifically for Marvel. The new Deadpool figure, a variant for Deadpool, and it features Deadpool in that yellow and blue X-Men outfit that you saw him wore in like one comic. It's a cool looking variant, and it's going to have a number of accessories. He's going to have a machine gun with a grenade launcher, and it's going to have extra shells for the grenade launcher. He's going to come with some Deadpool looking hand grenades and a pistol and a sword with sheath and 4 different pairs of hands, and the figure will also have the traditional figure stand with the X-Men base and will cost $80. So if you're a fan of Deadpool and the 112 collective line, you'll probably want to check that out. If you're not attending the convention, you can pre-order it still on their website. They do actually make these available to people not attending the convention, so you can just go over to the Mezco website if you want to pre-order it. Also revealed this week were new SH Figuarts Spider-Man Homecoming figures from Tamashii Nations. Now, we already knew that they were doing the one Spider-Man figure in the tech suit, but now we've got to look at 2 more additional figures for the Homecoming line. Now, the first one's a given. It's an Iron Man figure in the Mark 47 armor. You pretty much knew that they were going to do an Iron Man figure since they do practically every Iron Man armor that's appeared in the movies. And then the other figure that they're going to be doing is Spider-Man in the homemade suit. So I don't have much information on either of these figures yet. The images showed up on social media. It looks like from some type of show that Tamashii Nations was putting on. Hopefully details and more images will be coming very soon, but just know that we're going to be getting 2 more figures for the Homecoming line. And then another thing that slipped out on social media last night was a look at Hasbro's upcoming Marvel vs. Capcom 2-pack. So back during Toy Fair in February, you may recall that Hasbro had hinted that they were going to be doing something for the Marvel vs. Capcom video game franchise. They didn't say specifically what, other than it was going to be a Target exclusive. So now we're getting a look at what appears to be a 2-pack, a figure 2-pack featuring Iron Man and Mega Man X. It's not confirmed 100% what scale these figures are. It's kind of hard to tell from the image that showed up on social media. It looks like this comes from E3, and I'm pretty sure that this is a 4-inch scale, not 6-inch. But again, I don't know that 100%. I will hopefully maybe get some more details on this evening when I participate in that Hasbro event I mentioned before. But again, I don't have specific details other than this image. And my best bet is this is a 4-inch scale line, not 6-inch. And even though it doesn't have the Marvel Legends logo on there, which I'm guessing is because it's got those Capcom characters in it, you know, I'm guessing it's still going to be the same design as the Marvel Legend 4-inch figures that Hasbro's been doing. Now, how much articulation they have, you know, remains to be seen. Again, hopefully better images or more details will be coming on that. But just know that they are doing a 2-pack, and it looks like it's likely going to be the 4-inch scale. Okay, now on to the Marvel Legends stuff. So I've got, as I mentioned before, I've got a couple of new reveals for you guys that we haven't seen before. The first reveal comes from the upcoming Marvel Legends Thor wave. So we already knew that Jane Foster was coming, and that was hinted at last year at San Diego Comic-Con. And then we also have seen this Odin Son figure because along with Jane Foster Thor, that one is going to be included in the upcoming San Diego Comic-Con box set that Hasbro's doing. So we've seen these figures, but they are now both 100% confirmed for the upcoming Thor wave. And then the third figure is Ares. So we're getting a new updated comic book version of Ares in this Thor wave. And looks pretty good. I mean, I personally am not sure we need another Ares already. Hasbro did one, was it maybe 5 years ago? And I don't even actually have that figure. But, you know, again, it doesn't look bad. I'm just not sure we need another Ares in my personal opinion. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, if you're excited for Ares or not. Now, the rest of the figures in this wave have yet to be revealed. I suppose we might get some more hints this evening. But rumor-wise, this wave is said to have a movie version of Thor, which makes sense. A Hela figure, which is unknown if it's movie or comic book version. It could be just a re-release of that San Diego Comic-Con exclusive figure that Hasbro did a couple years ago. An Enchantress figure, again, it's not confirmed if this is some kind of movie version, even though I'm not aware of Enchantress being in the movie, or another comic book version, which we've already seen 2 different figures released in the past year, so I'm not sure why they would do Enchantress again. And then the Build-A-Figure for this wave is rumored to be Executioner, probably movie version, but could be comic book version, I don't know. And again, I hope to maybe get some more details on this wave, but just know that at least 3 figures in this wave are going to be Ares, Odin Son, and the Jane Foster Thor. Okay, and then the final reveal comes with the Marvel Knights wave. Hasbro has shown us all the figures for that wave now. So the Build-A-Figure is going to be an updated version of Man-Thing. And Toy Biz did Man-Thing years ago, but now Hasbro's taking a shot at the character. And I gotta say, it looks pretty good. So if you're a fan of that character, you'll probably want to check this one out. Now this is the wave with all the Netflix figures, which we did previously see at Toy Fair. So we've seen those before, but we did get some new updated images for these. And then the other 2 figures that have not been revealed up until this point are going to be a comic book version of Bullseye and a comic book version of Blade. So the Netflix Daredevil figure looks like it's going to include a pair of closed fists, the billy clubs, and then the head for Man-Thing. The Elektra figure is going to include an unmasked head. And I've got to say that Hasbro looks like is continuing to step up their game with these movie and TV head sculpts that they're doing. If you got your hands on the last wave of Guardians of the Galaxy, you'll see that they've really kind of improved those movie head sculpts, and it looks like they're continuing that with these figures. So Elektra looks pretty good here. She's going to have her signature psi weapons, and then the leg for Man-Thing. The Netflix Punisher, again, very nice looking head sculpt, at least based on this image that they released. And Punisher is going to be wearing the trench coat and have a machine gun, a pistol, and will come with one of the arms for Man-Thing. The Jessica Jones figure looks like will just have the torso for Man-Thing, so she does not come with any other accessories, but kind of makes sense since she really didn't use anything in the show, so I'm not sure what they would include with her. Comic book Bullseye. So Bullseye is going to be chocked with quite a few accessories. He's going to have an unmasked head. He's also going to have a pair of extra hands and then an extra left hand that's got the knives attached with the translucent plastic, so it looks like he's throwing the knives. So that's pretty cool. He's going to have a pistol, which kind of, I don't know, I don't really like the pistol that they included, but I can live with it. And then a regular knife. And then he'll also have an arm for Man-Thing. And then finally Blade. This is an all-new figure. This isn't the Blade figure they showed off a couple years ago and then never released. This is an all-new updated sculpt. And it looks like Blade is going to have 2 different head sculpts, a bald head and then one with hair. And then he'll come with his sword and sheath. Now, I haven't read Blade in a long time, so maybe that's all he's using in the comics these days is just the sword. But I do kind of wish they had included maybe at least a pistol or something to go along with Blade. But still, I think it's a pretty nice-looking sculpt, and glad we're finally going to be getting Blade. So that's it. And then, of course, like I said, the Man-Thing figure, which will be the Build-A-Figure for this wave. Now, I don't have specific release dates on either of these waves yet. I'm hoping that's something that I can get from Hasbro later this evening. So again, be sure to check back to Marvelous News for that. I also am going to try and get an update on just the overall status for the 4-inch Marvel Legends lines, and some of you asked about that. And also I'm going to ask them about the packaging, or try and ask them about the packaging. I only get definitely 2 questions to ask them. I might get some more, and then other sites will get a chance to ask questions as well. So I don't know exactly how many questions I'll get to ask them, and obviously I don't know what kind of answers I'll get back. I tried to keep the questions steered away from things like, you know, will you do this character, or will you do that character, because if it hasn't been announced or seen before, they are not going to likely answer questions like that. But again, you know, hopefully we'll get some updates like release dates. Maybe we'll even get some more hints to other figures that will be in the Thor wave. So again, check the Marvelous News link, and you can also check out still images of everything I showed you here today over at Marvelous News as well. I will be doing another news video discussing non-Marvel stuff probably tomorrow or Friday, and the Q&A will return for that. If you've got a burning question, you know, feel free to ask it in the comments section. Just put the Q&A in it, and I'll try and get to it. So please follow me on my Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram accounts. Like this video if you're so inclined, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'd really appreciate it. And until next time, guys, I will catch you later.